All right, now let us dive right into our D&D session. Last session was an amazing session, in fact, filled with political intrigue and some subtext, role playing. Well, it was very intense. Caelynn managed to coerce Drassig into feeling a little bit more powerful in his scenario. Inviting him over to the Green Elves' home, the Eywa tribe, you were able to establish a relative peace amongst the people. You guys discuss not only certain topics of trade routes and such, but Caelynn decided to make this more about the tradition and show Drassig and people of Emon what the Green Elves are about. Theoden is all up for this, wanting to prove to his kinsmen that the Green Elves are definitely someone that they can learn from. Taktak managed to survey the area with his keen perception and his likelihood to find out where the F Bonbon is. Bonbon secretly working on something under the nose of Drassig. Knowing Bonbon, Taktak decided to figure out what's going on. But that left to a dead end. Because the figurehead that had the box, or whatever the object that Bonbon gave it, ran away and traveled into a void in the portal into the cave. You guys gave chase, finally arriving back at the cave after the party. And when you arrive, a lot of things have changed. Most of it been destroyed. Some of the orcs are eaten already. It's overall pretty much empty. Wasn't until later, as you guys traveled into the cave, you found that the Mistress has made the cave bigger, that now that all of the inhabitants are gone. So, with that being said, light about in this gigantic room, the Mistress hanging from the ceiling looks down upon you, actually kind of spread her large fangs waiting for dinner. He salivates web on Theoden, snuffing out his torch.
Oh, damn.
I want, at this point, everyone to roll for initiative. 25 to 20.
Oh.
Oh, shit. 18 to 15, 20 to 15?
17.
Oh.
Taktak's not last for once.
Is that with your lucky stone too?
Yep. It was 15 plus 1 plus the other one, so yeah.
Yay!
Taktak 17.
Go Taktak. Set the spider on fire.
Save
Burn everything in here.
Fire. 15 to 10?
Nope.
15 to 10?
Nope.
10 to 5?
That's me. I got an 8.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Literally have to reverse the order of our usual initiatives.
This is reverse order of your usual initiatives. Okay, so the Mistress, seeing that its prey has entered her lair, she climbs the ceiling as you see her large bulbous body, and you see sort of like a stinger. There we go. You see a stinger on her butt, the very tip of her butt.
Like in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, great.
She crawls over
on
top of over the columns over here, and you see her just spit all the webs extremely fast, covering the entire area with web.
Oh, that's perfect, actually. You could set that shit on fire.
No, you can't. Not this one.
No? Damn.
Well, actually, you can still burn the web. It's just, it's not as flammable as web.
This is confusing.
This is fine.
She then, afterwards, she moves into the dark and into the darkness, and you don't see her.
Son of a bitch.
Hiding amongst the web.
I'm so glad Taktak's going for this.
Might not work out as well, but we're gonna see.
Yeah, I want everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, baby.
At least that's better than my strength, so okay.
Goodbye. Oh man. Why does this happen to me?
Just get more dexterity.
Mistress is very powerful.
Forehead.
All right.
That's right.
Roll.
Huh?
Kaelynn, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 22.
22,
Oh.
Success. Talk, what'd you roll?
I got 15.
Success. Theoden, what'd you roll?
6.
That's a fail. Theoden, during this whole thing, you see your entire body as you try to move and struggle. Your arms are now binded by the webs, and your feet and your body all stuck to the web. You're laid out flat on a web surface,
Oh no.
clinging from the wall to the ceiling to the floor. Dangling. You are restrained. It's your turn, Talk. What would you like to do?
All right.
Yeah.
Talk will slightly freak the fuck out for a moment. And then
Talk, since you're a small disposition, traveling through the wall, through the web is a bit tough for you. So every time you move, it's going to be your movement is not restrained. Only Theoden's.
okay, so I can actually use my normal 25.
Yeah, you can actually use your normal movement. You just have to make a acrobatics check to move without getting caught.
Gotcha. Now, with my knowledge of the alchemic fire, would that set the webs aflame, or since it's magical fire, it really wouldn't affect it that way?
Oh, no. Actually, make a nature check then, or
Alright.
survival. I would pick one of the two.
I have a good nature. Let me double check. Yep, that's one of my proficient ones. All right. Ooh, do I get to roll it twice? Since proficient? I rolled a 14, so I'm fine with keeping
In this scenario, yes.
just to see if I can get higher. Nope, the other one's a natural one, so I'm keeping the 14. All right. But that's also a +5, no, a +6, so I get a unnatural 20.
So, with an unnatural 20, you understand that the webs, it doesn't burn like wood would burn with fire, but it does evaporate really quickly, removing if you were to cast fire, like alchemist fire on this area.
What I would want to know is less about like trying to like set the whole web of flame and blaze, but more so if I threw it there, it would melt the webs, but keep burning a little bit, so it provided the light source for our one human who can't see shit.
No, it melt too quick.
Okay.
It's
That
it's like silly strings. Have you ever tried burning silly strings?
Oh yeah, that's actually kind of fun, but yeah, it would not provide light at all.
But alchemy fire itself would provide some sort of light because it does last on the ground for a bit, if that's what you're saying. The fire, alchemy fire itself would do it, not the web.
Okay. Actually, that could still help then. So it wouldn't really keep the web ablaze, but at least it would provide some kind of light source. It'd be better if I could actually throw it at the spider. I'm guessing my dark vision is not really helping me spot the spider at the moment.
Oh, because it's not only your dark vision, but the web is obscuring quite a bit of your vision. It's thick.
Okay.
And there's quite a...
She disappeared like over here.
She moved, and her ability to stealth when there's web allows her to hide amongst it.
So she's in here with us, probably really close. We just can't see shit.
She's somewhere.
All right.
I'm
Okay.
scared.
So then in that case, all my cool jazzy jazz stuff, I'm actually going to hold off on until we actually have a target. So I'm going to shimmy over to Theoden, and I'm going to see if I pull out my little dagger, if I can cut him free. Can I try that?
Yeah. You pull out your dagger to attempt to cut him free. It seems like your dagger, the web is impervious to your dagger. It's not cutting it.
This bitch.
It's okay. Just focus on the spider.
Your dagger does piercing damage. That is why.
Damn it.
Stab.
Yeah.
I could get out.
It seems like the edges of the daggers are not sharp enough to cut the web.
I say very restrained.
Taco will look up at Theoden and just be like, you're gonna have a much better chance with this than me. You gotta protect me. And then he's gonna pull out his little like tinderbox, and he's gonna try to light the flame.
Light the flames on fire. Okay, that will cost you it costs you an action. So go ahead and roll a survival check for me.
Not as good, but this one got.
It's not the matter of you starting the fire. It is the matter of you starting it quickly.
That's a 17 plus 2. Actually, no, plus 3 because of that plus 1. So another unnatural 20.
Oh, Talk saves you. He managed to pull out some of the wood that he had extra, put it on the ground, and light it up as fast as he could. It lights up, and then he burns all of the web quickly enough that only costs him an action to do so. You are now free. You're no longer restrained.
Okay.
Nice.
Good going, Talk.
Ah, kill the spider. And Taktak's gonna leap. Oh wait, no. Is
Wait, can you
Taktak still
give
in the
me
web? I was like, can I move like slightly over here so I'm not in a web?
No, yeah, you could.
That's my movement.
All right.
Making big
Since
moves.
you're so small, you could have made it without making an acrobatics check to that.
Okay.
Now it is your turn, Theoden. What would you like to do?
That's fine. Can I take the torch from Taktak? Is that a thing I could do?
No. He lighted. Oh yeah, you could.
Because
not
you
really a
described
torch,
it
it's
as a torch.
It's just a burning wood.
Okay, that's fine.
Right.
I need light, so
Uh-huh.
I'll give Taktak a nod. So he hands it off.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I assume Taktak would have just left it at your feet, lighting it on fire.
Oh,
So
Yeah, he would have
I'll
left it.
pick
just
it up.
reach down and pick it up, yeah. Because he don't need that shit.
What is this thing? Past Caelynn. I'm like, Caelynn, did you see where it went?
She's just gonna shake her head.
Okay, I'm gonna. Is it possible to do the jump? Because I'm a fighter. Like try to jump.
Jump where?
Like, so I just make less rolls. Like jump.
Oh no!
No?
Jumping is a terrible idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go. 'Cause I know walls. They're safe.
I like walls.
I'm gonna try going. Those 5, 10, 15.
Okay, so go ahead and make me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatic. I am.
You can only
Not
use half
good.
your movement, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, I could use my action dash.
Sure.
Well, we'll try. Acrobatics. 10.
No!
Oh!
Your acrobatics did not make it, and you are now
Could I have been using
make
the thing
make
to
a
burn-
strength check for me.
Am I not able to use the stuff to burn the web as I go?
Oh.
Big
No,
brain.
no. See, the reason why Taktak is able to do it so quickly because he's small. So you're going to take a little bit of time to do so. It would require an action for you to do so. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, less web is better. I'll make a little
Alright.
area for Taktak to run through.
Okay. You're able to get to this spot right here, and that's your movement in action already.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Nice.
Did you clean up a little area?
I cleaned it up for us.
Yep. Caelynn, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I can use half of my movement speed, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Wait, I lost which square it was. Hold on. I want to go there.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go there.
Do you know how? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And then I would like to.
When you
Oh.
attempt, make an acrobatics.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Oh! Okay.
Hell
You have
yeah.
acrobatics. You have to make 2 acrobatics.
What is my acrobatics? That's 15 plus 6.
Damn! Okay, 2 acrobatics. You are set to go. You made
Hell
it through
yeah.
the web. You've seen spiders before, Caelynn. This is like cakewalk for you.
Hell yeah. And then I would like to load my arrow and hold an action for if I see the spider.
Since you're in the web, and this is because your weapon's not on fire, it does require you to make a strength check to make sure your weapons don't get caught in the web.
Okay, right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a 14.
Oh, you succeeded.
Yes!
Yeah.
Whew, I was worried for a second. And that
All you-
will end my turn.
Mistress says, you could just hear the sound of the Mistress, Caelynn, creeping, echoing throughout everywhere in the lair. The web vibrates, sensing your every movement. All of a sudden, a web shoots out from nowhere and attacks you. I'm gonna have to make a weapon attack to hit you. Oh, this is gonna be shit.
Oh,
That don't hit me.
16? Okay.
16? No.
Missed you. It will then attempt to hide again, so it is gone.
Okay. This little scaredy baby.
Oh, for a moment though, it did attack. Oh no, yeah, never mind. It can hide through the webs, so you can't see it. Theoden, you also notice more web is forming.
where?
She's shooting web right here. Right here.
This sucks. Oh man. Okay, we need to find her. This is ridiculous.
This is actually the worst.
Okay, this alchemy fire is looking pretty sweet now.
Oh, Talk. Now it's your turn.
Oof. All right.
You're so lucky. It's the rattan wood that,
Yeah. Because it's magical.
the Eywa wood because because it burns longer.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Feels good, dude.
Uh-huh. Unintentional happy accident.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I made my cantrip, Flame Bolt.
Oh nice.
It's a ranged spell, and a flammable object hit by the spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
Yes. Yeah.
but
You
I-
just have to fire the web. Yeah.
Yep. It's kind of a blind shot. I don't think it would get.
Oh, you're
out
trying to
there.
hit the spider.
Well, I'm trying to hit the spider or destroy webs, so I kind of want to do something like. Where's my little ruler? Like shoot it that way. Just been like. Wow. Would these like web it goes through like kind of set a mini flame or?
Yeah, firebolt.
Firebolt. Actually, the thing is, it depends on how much damage you do.
Okay, so I could shoot it, then roll damage, and that's how much webbing is actually destroyed or not destroyed.
Yeah, like how much it can go through. Because firebolt is just like like an explosion of fire. It's not like a long fire that goes burning. That's fireball.
Or burning.
Fireball just go. Right. But I want you to roll to hit though. To determine whether or not you can hit it at a correct angle to burn multiple web.
Okay, I am fine with this, and it's not bad. 15.
15 hits.
5 of that, so that's actually an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Yeah, you're killing it. You found the perfect angle. Roll for damage.
Oh, natural 10.
Ooh, 10 damage. You're able to destroy these two web.
Yay!
You try about 10 feet worth of, 20 feet worth of web, freeing up this area, making it visible.
It's something at least. All right. Yeah, Taktak's not gonna move, so he's just gonna stay, kind of cowering there in the runaway spot.
Oh, the Mistress is having a hard time keeping up with your guys' web destruction right now. All right, Theoden, your turn.
Theoden. Well, okay, so we have a clear shot now. Could I try to burn? I assume I can only take care of like one web at a time.
Yes.
I'm gonna do Caelynn's web.
You have to enter it though.
30.
All right, you enter. You enter and make a. Oh no, you just use your action to.
Actually, okay. If it's gonna take a minute, I'm gonna hold my action
Okay.
to see if Caelynn sees the spider.
Okay. Caelynn, you want to make an attempt to find the spider?
I would love to.
Okay. Before your turn.
Before my turn?
Yeah.
Yes. What do I do?
Make a perception check with a disadvantage. Oh wait, no, you have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Oh no, it's obscured by web. Sorry, it's just.
Okay. So the first roll was a 21.
Uh-huh.
Second roll is not as good.
Oh, I did this wrong.
15 for the second roll.
15. Caelynn, your natural ability to understand this, the nature of creatures around the world and your woods and stuff like that you're able to hunt.
Mhm.
You're really good at hunting. You found the spider in this general vicinity. Mistress.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh fuck.
I'm like, why did you put me over here? Theo's like facing the rock.
Because you can sense the vibration of the web and the movement of the spider in this general direction.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's actually a little helpful, yeah. We know where to burn.
Ugh. I was like, Taktak almost hit her by accident.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. Now, Caelynn, it's your turn.
How? Okay. So Theo's standing right next to me with his
Flames.
yes.
Diamond sword.
Can I light my arrow on fire and shoot it towards her?
Oh, most certainly you can.
Yeah.
But you do have to make a strength check to make sure your arrows don't get caught in the web, because there are some web in between you and Theoden. It's not an easy reach.
Let me. That's a unnatural 20.
You're fine. You curve around one of the web, but you do not touch it, signaling the mistress. You carefully light the tip of your arrow. It's lit on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, the fletching of your tribe and well made of the stone. The wooden arrow is made from the wood of your people, so the flames last and does not burn the arrow completely.
All right. Should
All
I
right.
roll the hit now?
You have to have a target.
I can't just fire in that general direction. I want to fire
You could.
I want to fire
All
like right here.
How about this? I'll say you. Okay, right here.
Yeah.
This general direction.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Go ahead. You have to make me a roll to hit with a disadvantage.
Okay.
Removing some of the web. This will allow you to remove some web.
My disadvantage number is 18.
18, mother. So
Fine.
you liked a small opening in the web, and like a hole where all the arrows just kind of like melt the webs around like a small 2 feet radius.
Mm-hmm.
It hits the stone wall in the back and breaks, but revealing the just for a split moment, the mistress.
Mm-hmm.
Like it burned next to her and we see her, or it burned her?
No, it burns like a small hole so that she can see her.
Nice.
Boom.
And quick question. When I get vision on her, can I use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I was like, there's no point in me trying to fight this thing. I was like, change of plans.
All right.
All
The
right.
mistress's turn. She's going to use her movement to hide amongst the web one more time. She then shoots more web out. I want Theoden and Caelynn to make a dexterity saving throw, and talk this scenario.
Okay.
Okay.
11.
You fail.
Damn it! I always dropped in this.
You fail by 1.
I rolled 18.
You're fine.
Theo.
What were we rolling again? Was the strength saving throw? Or
Dex.
No, dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So I got a 14.
You're fine as well.
Good
Theoden, you're
Theo.
restrained. You're wrapped in the web that she has shot out.
Yo.
Theoden, all of a sudden, you hear the sound of sneaking up behind you.
Oh, great. You know, this was my other plan.
Since you're restrained, she is going to first sting you with her. Actually, she's going to bite onto you, actually, with her fangs.
Oh,
Mm.
see, try. Is she gonna try it?
She's like,
Right. Gonna get
It's
advantage.
buffering right now. She goes,
Oh!
yeah,
oh my god.
Even
Wow,
though
what a loser.
she gets advantage, she misses you. She did not pierce your armor.
nice.
She retracts back and will end her turn. She can't do anything about that. And she
Wait.
moves away. Oh, wait, what? You do get a chance to see her for a blitz.
So I'm restrained. What does that mean exactly? So
Sure, I'll
just-
tell you.
Can I fight at disadvantage?
Nope.
You just,
Taco-
vibing.
Oh, actually, yeah, you can actually fight a little
Okay.
bit.
Well,
You just have attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature attack rolls have disadvantage. So you have disadvantage.
I'd rather, I want to take it. So as I'm trying to like dodge her bite, I want to take my sword and try to like stab it backwards because I feel like, she was going to come for me.
Uh-huh.
I was all tasty for her.
All right.
With my riposte.
Oh,
So
okay.
whenever a
okay.
creature misses me with a melee attack, you can use your reaction, spend one die to make a melee weapon attack against a
Battlemaster
creature.
die, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to make it hurt, man. Disadvantage.
Do you add the damage to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the
I think it's a D8.
yeah, it's a D8. Superior. Still disadvantage though. 19 or 13. So 19 to hit.
19 just hits.
Just hit.
The web protects her. What weapon are you using?
Oh, did I get to add this to
What weapon are you using?
my Avelian longsword?
Oh, it's a longsword, so it's slashing. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it definitely. You cut some of the web too along the way.
It's part of my plan. Oh! Lucky day. That's 18 damage.
Oh,
Ooh.
Damn.
you wail your sword behind you, reacting to the bite. You hear it go retracting back as you cut her one of her fangs. She's still up though. Okay, she then goes back and hide amongst the web. Taktak, it is your turn.
Whew. And technically, I assume Taktak hasn't seen any of this because
Could
it's all
I
happening
shout
in
it
the
out
web.
when I got bit?
Yeah.
For Talk?
Yeah.
Like, Talk, she's behind me.
I have no idea where you are.
Yeah, it's like Taktak's gonna be like, I'm gonna fire randomly.
Make a perception check actually to hear the sound of Theoden's voice.
Okay. It's a 14 plus.
That'd be nice if I knew where you were.
Perception. Okay, so 16. No, 17.
Oh, yeah, you hear his voice in this general direction.
So then, if that's the case, I'll point my little magic slingshot towards the voice, and then I'll move it slightly to the left. So that way we're firing kind of like it this way.
Oh, you can't because of this this pillar might be in the way.
This goddamn bill. All right, we'll move.
Just destroy the pillar.
So you can actually, you can actually. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just move.
Once.
All right, you can do so. Make an acrobatics check to see if you don't get caught in the web.
Yep. Oh, yay, 17, which is then like a natural 20. So I assume I'm fine.
You are fine.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna fire my thing blindly, if nothing else, just to destroy the webs. Oof. All right, that's not as good, but I still get a +5, so that makes it a little better. 13. Yeah, 13.
13. Okay. Ooh, you managed to hit the web. Yep.
All right. Is this
Roll for
spider got the webs? Ooh, only 2 damage.
2. Oh, that hurts me because you only managed to destroy this web. With
I
your
freed
fireball.
myself. Yay!
There we go. Big brain.
That works.
Every little bit helps, you know.
Yeah.
Theoden, it's your turn.
It's my turn again.
You are restrained.
I'm gonna forego my action.
Uh-huh.
Because I could still make an attack on a disadvantage, right?
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slightly like move down a little bit and be like, Caelynn, go! And you do commander strike. So Battle Master, so she can use her reaction to shoot an arrow.
Yes, you can use your reaction to shoot
Or
an arrow.
or throw your Eagle Splendor. Either one.
Can I see
It just says
Can I see
weapon attack.
Can I see the spider?
No, you can't see the spider.
No?
But Hunter's Mark allows you to sense the spider.
Okay.
I believe so. Let me read Hunter's Mark. I
Let me
believe.
also read Hunter's Mark.
I believe it does. That's why I was like, ooh, broken. Good combo.
I have advantage on any wisdom or perception or survival check to find it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be helpful. Find this bitch.
So can I try and find it
Yeah,
and shoot it?
You can try to find it. Yeah.
Okay.
You would have to actually rely on your survival check this time.
That's fine with me. +6, don't mind if I do. Well, that's a natural 19.
You have an advantage. Don't forget. You're
Yeah.
rolling with advantage.
Okay, yeah. So natural 19. Hold on. Let me math. Math is hard. That's 25.
25. Yeah, it's right here. She's right here. You sense her right here. You also sense that your bow and arrows probably won't be the perfect scenario for you to fight in this condition.
So maybe the hatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I pull the web, I lean back so she could get a clear shot.
Oh no, you can't even lean back. You're restrained.
I moved my head a little bit.
So Theo gave me an action, right?
Yes.
It's a reaction.
Your reaction.
Okay.
So attack, and you get to add 6 because I rolled the 6 on my d8 to your damage.
Oh fuck.
I have my bow and arrow out.
Uh-huh.
So I want to shoot at it because I can't get my hatchet out, right? I can't get my axes out
During the reaction.
during a reaction, yeah.
No, you can. That's the beautiful thing about a light weapon. You can just go.
Oh, I can just.
The problem is you would actually have to do. You did not tell me you prepare an action, so yeah, you can literally just pull it and just.
Oh, so I can just pull it out and throw it?
Mm-hmm. That's only if you throw it right away.
Then-
You won't be able to pull it back though.
Not on my turn. Not on this reaction, but I can. Can I call it back on my? Would that be an action or a bonus action or?
No, the only reason why I say you can't call it back is you don't have enough hand. You don't have enough hand because it requires you to hold 2, or else your bow is going to get stuck in the web.
Okay. So yeah, I'll
So
go
you
ahead.
what you could do is you can drop your bow and then just throw your hatchet and call it back in one turn.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay.
All right.
You quickly drop your bow, knowing that piercing is not going to do it. You pull out your hatchet, the same hatchet that you have Eagle Splendor. Trust in Tuntun's ability. You reel it back and you toss it. Roll a hit.
That's a 16.
A 16?
Oh yeah.
You only give her a +6 to damage, not an attack. Oh, that makes sense.
It just says damage.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ugh.
Oh, hold on, wait. It's a 17.
Wait, the thing.
It gives me a +1 bonus to attack and damage. I did not read that.
Yes. Yeah. It uses your strength. Am I correct? The hatchet.
It's okay.
You toss it, and it misses
That's it.
the spider because you see a web protecting it at the final straw, but you still roll for damage to see how much web you destroyed.
Okay.
Could she possibly destroy?
She might possibly destroy.
Oh,
the web
cool.
you're in.
That would be helpful too.
Is it just like
1d6
axe damage? Okay.
1d6 plus your strength. Plus 1.
That's 2 damage.
Oh, you only destroyed the one you're on.
Oh, damn it. Oh wait, I'm not in one.
Oh, you're not in one.
Woo!
Okay, fine. So you know what's gonna happen when she does that and it breaks my arm free?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna once again swipe her with an action surge.
You don't see her though.
I mean-
previously she was on the ceiling.
Now
When-
just wait.
Yeah.
We'll
I
just wait.
was gonna say, wouldn't you try and hit where Caelynn threw her axe? In that general direction.
Is that okay?
And you can actually pick up your bowl just fine because it's not in the web anymore.
Woo!
Oh, that works.
Caelynn, your turn.
Okay.
Wait. So you know how she threw the hatchet and you said destroyed the web? The 6 gets added to that. So it was 8 damage.
8 damage.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, that will also not be enough. 8 damage is not enough. 7.
Damn.
Damn it.
Just thought I'd point that out.
Yeah, I know. The axe just barely stopped and right in front of the web. But you can call it back.
Okay. I will call it back. Now that it's my turn, can I move here?
Shimmy around.
It'd be half your movement to go through Theoden.
Oh yeah, no, I've got plenty of movement to get to here. That's only 10 feet. I have
Okay.
35 feet.
All right, you're caught yourself in a web again. So make an acrobatics check.
Oh no!
Oh no.
By the way, did you put away your bow at this point?
I did not say I did. No. Okay. That's 11.
That's 11.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
Yeah.
You you're restrained. You got a little bit too aggressive, Caelynn. As you rush in, you did not see one of the web that caught your leg, and once it caught your leg, you trip and you fall, and it also caught your entire body. Now you're restrained.
And prone.
No, you're just
Okay.
restrained.
I was like,
All right.
Can I sense where the
still have an
spider? Can I?
Yeah.
Oh, I still have my action.
Yeah, technically you do.
Can I try and break out of the web?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Okay.
can. Make a strength check.
Oh, a strength save?
Yep.
That's
Check,
a natural one.
Oh
no!
Hey, you're all a natural 1. You know what that means.
What does it mean?
Another D20.
Oh fuck. That's a 10.
Oh, roll D100. I think you're gonna be fine.
You think?
That's a 79.
You're fine. Nothing happens.
Ooh. Can I still sense where the spider is though?
Make a perception check
Okay.
or survival check with to track the spider.
With advantage or just?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's 21.
She's right above you.
I'm gonna, as she's trying to get out of her web, she's going to shout, "It's right above me!" And
Smart.
that will be her turn.
Yeah, that'll be her turn. The mistress's turn. She's going to do a couple of things. Housekeeping. She's going to shoot web here. And
Go ahead for talk.
Theoden, she shot web at you. Make a dexterity saving throw. Talk. Make a dexterity saving throw.
I hate everything.
What'd you roll, Talk?
6.
You rolled 6.
No.
Yeah,
Talk
Talk's
to you.
fucked as well. I got a 5 this time.
Oh my
But
god.
it's like a +3, I think, but that's still below 10, so I'm fucked.
All right. Both of you are now restrained.
Yeah. Wasn't I already restrained?
No, you weren't. You were freed.
Oh,
Now you're restrained again.
great.
All right. Then the mistress will slowly make her way down on you, Caelynn,
Mm-hmm.
because your body's being restrained. It's sense that you are near. It then bites onto you to poison you.
No.
It's gonna roll with advantage.
Oh,
Mm,
24 this time.
yeah, that hits.
You take 4 piercing damage. Oh no, sorry, you take 7 piercing damage.
All right.
And you must make a constitution saving throw.
Oh,
my
fuck.
God. Caelynn.
Oh no!
That's a not one. Don't
That's a
you dare.
7.
Oh no!
Oh fuck.
You take 9 points of poison damage.
Oh god.
We got that temporary hit points.
I know. Bless you, Iwani.
You feel inspired by Iwani's dance, so the poison just slowly is creeping in your body, but luckily, your adrenaline is pushing it back,
Oh.
so you don't feel sedated.
Excellent.
Oh,
But it hurt, yes?
yes.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna scream in pain a little bit.
Oh my god. I can't even.
Then,
She's right next to me.
because she hit you and she attacked you, she gets a free free action
Web you up.
to web you up.
Fuck.
She then grabs your body with her fangs on the side and quickly, or her 2 hands on the side, and quickly spin you.
Oh,
Now you are completely wrapped up.
oh, I hate
and
that.
Oh my god, I have to get you out. Right.
You are completely webbed.
I hate that.
Yeah.
You have the conditioned, just so you know, restrained is 1, incapacitated. No, you're not incapacitated. Sorry, that's bad if you're incapacitated.
Yeah.
Am I poisoned or?
You're not poisoned. Luckily, you just took poison damage.
Oh, thank god.
Okay. Whew.
Safety.
Actually, yeah, you are incapacitated. You can't take any actions or reactions because you're completely binded. No, is there grappled? Okay, so you're
There's
technically
grappled, yeah.
you're technically considered grappled, restrained, and at this moment, yeah, that's pretty much it. You're either grappled and restrained.
But she is still visible, right? The spider? Because she's doing this?
No, she's gone because she can hide in the web. You
Who?
can't see her. But that will be the mistress's turn. Caelynn's all wrapped up though.
Okay.
Caelynn, you could still move and try to break free from the web
Okay,
though.
that's what I was trying to figure out. That's excellent.
Mhm. It just have to be at a disadvantage.
Feels good.
All right. Right, Talk, it's your turn.
Who's also restrained. Whee! So, we'd be fucked now.
We die here.
Something I forgot to write down on my equipment, which I remembered I have.
Mm-hmm.
That oh so wonderful special jar of chromatic orb, right? That's what it does.
Yes, you do.
You can pretty much use quite a few different elemental types, which fire
Yes.
sounds like fairly helpful right now.
Right. Oh my God, is this? You're gonna save everybody
how does
right
this
now?
thing work? I'm hoping.
How does
How
it
does this thing
work?
work? Do I use a spell slot for it, or is it like
Yes, you just use a spell slot for it.
Okay, and I've used those spell slots yet. Perfect.
Hey.
Oh, okay. So here's a downside to this. You are technically restrained, and it requires somatic, which requires you to move.
Movement. So I gotta break.
You need to make
first.
me a Arcana check. But because you're an artificer, you're able to infuse and to do the spell just purely from the orb itself. So you don't need somatic, but I do need you to make an Arcana check just to even find the right movement and angle to hold the orb, shake it to the right color. Yeah, so make an Arcana check for me.
Which I am fine with. I'm proficient in that. I get a +5. Come on, dice, don't fail me now. Oh, that's a natural 16, so that would then be a 21. But I also get another plus, so 22 for Arcana.
Woo-woo.
With a 22, you perfectly aimed it
My man.
correctly to whatever you want, and you shake it to red.
Woo! All right. So he definitely heard the scream. Do I have to roll
Yeah.
perception? I figure out
Please.
a good angle. Okay. It's normal-ish, so that would be 12, 14, 15.
Oh, 15, yes you do. You can hear Caelynn say she's above me, and it's right in this general direction.
All right. So Taktak's kind of like shimming while all bound up. You know, he's got his like hand kind of down by his leg, shaking, kind of looking at it until it gets it right. And lets that little, what is it? 4? How big is that little orb he launches? 4-inch diameter sphere of fire. And that. And then I roll to attack. It's actually not one of the spells I have listed on my character sheet, so I'm kind of in the dark about how chromatic orb works.
Oh,
But
so
it's a roll to attack,
luckily
right?
this orb does not. You don't have to expend your orb. You just point it, and a cone of fire hurls from it. Make a ranged spell attack.
Perfect. All right, come on. Oh, that's a 14 plus 5. So that would be 19.
Nice. Ooh, you
good
found the best angle to take out the web as well. Make a roll for 3d8 for the damage.
I actually get to use my D8 today. All right, it's 3d8 you said?
Yep.
2, that's not great. 7, that's better. So 8, 9. So then one more. Another 7. So 14, 16.
Ooh,
16.
16, you destroyed. Boom.
Nice.
And you revealed the Mistress.
Hooray!
Papa Theo.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Come on, Caelynn. Not here.
As Taktak kind of like lands on the ground as the webs kind of burn around and be like, "Oh, I found her."
Oh, man.
Earthquake.
Earthquake.
You found her right here. You found her indeed.
Wow, look at how much you revealed, Taktak.
You guys see the spider, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Am I still trapped in my web?
Caelynn is still trapped in her web from the flames.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no, because she's
Thanks, buddy.
she's right in the claws of
That's true.
the creature,
Oh,
the
cool.
mistress. The mistress sees this happening as you reveal everything. She's just gonna grab. She looks like she's just about to run away. Theoden, your turn.
Round first, that means you two get to go next.
Right. Do you end your turn, Taktak?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Theoden, your turn.
I'm gonna try to slash her.
Okay. You can go up here and try to slash her.
I mean, because Caelynn's in its mouth, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh man, clutch with the chromatic orb.
Honestly.
Yeah, I'm glad I remembered I had that thing. I don't know why I didn't write it on my items list last time.
I'm gonna maneuvering attack. So that would be a soft 20 to hit her.
Soft 20 does hit her with a
Yay.
disadvantage. Oh no, you don't get a disadvantage
Yeah,
because you have light. Oh shit.
There's
Right.
light, there's no web. Finally turn around.
So that's 18.
18 damage. Wow, you hit hard.
Hell yeah.
18.
Oh, she does not look good. You stab into her abdomen as you pull out the green liquid start to pour out from her wound. She's screeching back in pain, but she still hold on to Caelynn.
Oh.
Action surge then. Hit her again.
Oh, you hit her again. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop, Caelynn. Let her go.
Oh!
Screams are bad screams, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Am I allowed to use 2 maneuvering attacks on one turn? Like superiority dice?
Yeah.
On one turn? Well then fuck yeah, let's go! I'm using my last one.
What maneuvering are you doing?
It's called maneuvering attack, so I can choose a creature who can see or hear me, and they can use half of its speed without provoking opportunity attacks from the target, so to move. So Taktak, if you want to come join us, you could just like run over.
Taktak ain't getting close to that thing. You're on your own.
I thought.
You damn fighter.
34 damage.
Jesus
You
Christ.
want to show them the
And she's reeling back
Yeah.
and about to drag Caelynn off into like the more webs in the darkness. I'm gonna take the head of the thing and stab it through the mistress's eyes.
Oh, she's actually hanging,
Or the bull.
and you
Or
see
the-
her reeling back, and you wait for the opportune moment for her to head to kind of reveal herself. She comes slowly eye level to you, and you stab her in one of the eyes, and she just falls to the ground with a loud thud. You hear her legs. You see her legs twitch a bit.
Ooh.
Respawn, and all of a sudden, dead.
I'm gonna quickly use the sword to try to get Caelynn out.
Easily enough. You slash Caelynn free. Caelynn, you are free.
Oh my god.
Hooray. I'm just gonna lay on the ground for a bit.
Talk, it's okay. It's good.
Oh, okay. The doctor will scamper.
Scamper over.
No, certainly.
I'm just like hands on the ground, just like breathing out exhaustion. That was a lot of
Taco will kind of like poke Caelynn a little bit as she's just laying there.
Can I like?
Hello,
Are you-
Taktak.
You okay?
I think so.
You got bit.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Are you sure? Did it poison you?
I don't think so. Just gonna sit up. Oh, okay, let's continue.
Wow.
Forward.
That fire was really helpful.
Yeah. You boys did a great job.
Thanks. You know, I don't appreciate this cave anymore. Let's clean it up.
She's gonna smile at Theoden and be like, "You're the one who wanted to come here."
I know. Let's try to finish up here fast.
Right.
And help Caelynn up.
You help
And-
Caelynn up.
Brush the web off Talk and Caelynn.
Yeah.
No more.
You're
funny.
also covering the web, quite a bit of web actually. But you pat Caelynn. You brush off the web off of Caelynn's hair and make sure her shoulders and stuff like that, as well as Taktak too.
Okay.
Caelynn, you make your way towards your bow. You pick up your bow.
Talk, do you want to use any bits of the spider? I can help cut them off.
Taktak, I would say at that point, is actually standing next to the web looking at it, trying to figure out how to cut it into a jar. Oh, a spider? Oh, I bet she got poison fang. Poison. Let's
I'll
cut her
try
open.
to cut out the poison side.
You have to be proficient with survival to do this.
No, that's not me. It's
I
Caelynn.
was gonna say I can try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any vials, Taktak?
Maybe?
I think they come with an alchemy.
Do you have an alchemist kit?
Yeah, but it doesn't really say how much comes with it. Or maybe I have to look
Five vials.
Okay. And I don't think we've used them on anything else, so...
Okay. How many vials of poison you want to extract? Oh wait. Wait. Caelynn, roll for.
I was gonna say.
See if we can even get it.
Oh, that's not a great roll. It's not terrible, but it's also not great. That's a 13.
13 is high enough to extract 1 vial, 2 vials of poison if you want.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can always dump it out later if I need a vial for something. Can Talk try and get samples of the webbing somehow? Or is that just like,
Ooh, yeah, you would
try
have,
and cut it and you just can't get anything?
oh yeah, you could try to get a sample. You would need Caelynn's expertise again.
Talk will bounce up and down next to one of the webs. Caelynn, can you cut the piece for me, please?
Of the web. Oh, I could try.
Good adhesive. Talk could use for something.
Oh, cool. Well, all right. That's a natural 17 plus 6.
Oh, that's a whole lot more.
Yeah,
That's too much
You're
more.
able to.
Too much more.
You can also harvest the gland
Ooh.
that help create some of the web. in there as well. But this will all take you about like 30 minutes to do so. So Talk, you can do both. You grab some of the sample. You have one vial full of spider web, and you can actually harvest the gland from the mistress as well.
Yes, please.
Okay, it's an unpretty sight. As you see Caelynn use her hatchet to cut off the abdomen, and she knows the correct spot to look for it, and she found it. It's a large organ inside her abdomen that constantly spins the web. She gives it to you, and then she takes her hatchet and cracks it open. You see some of the web that have already been kind of produced in there. It's large and sticky. She actually held it in a way where it doesn't stick to her hand, and it doesn't look like it's sticky, cohesive yet. So, I mean, you can still feel the sticky texture. I mean, it just doesn't stick to your hand. Like,
Yeah. Talk will actually look kind of amazed at the organ as she hands it over. Wow, you're really good at that.
Yeah, I've had to practice.
Must remember for later. Lots more to do.
Caelynn will walk over to Theo and look at him and so what are we looking for?
Hopefully Bink's body is still here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some more information with the marks, the ritual area.
Theoden, your fire to burn some of the web.
Yeah, that's right. I'll leave the other ones.
Yeah.
In case anything chases us.
Yeah.
There we go.
You guys make your way through the cave in this long hallway. You see the portal.
Yeah, Taktak's running up towards the portal, not where the body is.
Mm-hmm.
The portal's not activated at the moment, and
Yeah.
as you see where the body is, you do see his body covered in web.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut him out.
You cut him out as you see his body has been. You see bones.
Oh, damn it.
It's not been preserved very well.
Mm.
Like he's just all bones, or?
Yeah, it looks like the mistress has her way with him.
Are the items still there?
You do see the items, yes.
No, I'm gonna take them.
Exactly what you wanted.
Yeah.
Like,
You take the vambrace.
well, all the evidence I was looking for is gone, but we still have his items.
Yeah. Which are just the bracers.
Okay, just braces, not the belt.
No, Arch.
Yeah, you can take the belt.
I
Yeah.
thought Arch had the belt.
I take both.
No, I think Arch does have the. No, Arch doesn't have anything. It was just.
Yeah, it was just. So I take the items.
I'm gonna walk over to this thing. Name not coming to me.
Portal.
Portal, thank you. And look at it with Talk and try and get any clues to like why Drassig wanted to enter this cave.
We've seen it activated twice now.
Mm-hmm.
Once by demon orc and once by little scampering, possibly gnomish guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Make a investigation check. One more time. Talk.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Feels bad.
You too. If you
Oh, yay! I rolled really well.
if you're proficient, roll with advantage.
Excellent. Because that was not a good roll.
Oh, I rolled worse the second time.
I rolled better, but not a whole lot. But I still got a 15.
I got a 24.
15 and 24. Okay. Talk, roll me an Arcana check with advantage.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird, but I got a natural 1 for the first roll and then a natural 20 for the second roll.
Hey,
So, since with advantage, I mean, there's another +5, +6, so technically it's a 26 and all, but it is a nat 20.
Nat 20, yes. Nat 20 means you succeed. All right. Caelynn. You see Talk. His method is a bit odd. Gnomes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's
like looking at the stone.
Yeah. He looks at the stone and then makes a way over here. Looks at the stone, makes a way over here. Look at the sigil on the ground. And you just continue your trek, trying to understand what this portal is.
Mm-hmm.
You see the if only you can read it, but underneath the symbols that you saw earlier, there are words written that you don't even understand. Written in a language that only the shamans can understand.
Mm.
But it means something. And you remember to yourself, wait a minute. If all the druids are here, they came here, and they perform a ritual, that means the druids must have like a circle or some knowledge as to how this should be open. And it must be open to somewhere that's very important. Taktak, you notice that the once totem that was here and the sigil acts as a key. A key to make this portal change and teleport them to wherever the key is.
So then technically I could see it and see what the last key said it would be.
It would be.
Right? Not where it would go, but at least what they set it to.
Mm-hmm. And you found it. It's in the sigil. You also know there's many different types of keys, but the symbols written on this altar right here are difficult for you to read. I'm assuming none of you guys know Druidic. These symbols are, aside from the Elvish symbols that you've already seen and already explored, there are some Druidic symbols that you haven't seen before. They're now present at the moment. And you notice that one of the words are, it looks like it's not finished, because the last person that used it must have used it a long time ago. But what I mean by that is like, there are some runes written on the altar, and one of the runes is not colored in by a magic, so you can only assume that the Tal'Dorei has that ability. But as for the portal that the gnome that just used, they used the sigil here, and you discovered it, and you can just finish the arcane symbol, and you can just go in.
Oh. But it doesn't
Snap.
say where it's going?
No, it doesn't say where it's going.
Okay.
You just need to read out the sigil, and then all of a sudden the portal will open.
Taktak will kind of look around as he's slowly figuring stuff out, and then point at that sigil and just be like, Taktak might be able to open portal again. We could follow. Not sure if that's a good idea. No idea where it goes.
I do not think that's a good idea.
At least
Yeah.
not for now.
No.
No.
Maybe we should, or you figure out a way to, I guess, deactivate it somehow? Maybe if it's deactivated on this side, they can't come back.
If there's a way to do that.
That's true. We'd have to find another way to follow him, though. I thought both you want to follow.
We do,
Is that-
The man who escaped.
but the issue is we don't know where he went, if we can come back this way, and I believe I have to make an appearance in the morning.
Oh, and King still wants access to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you want Taktak to break it? Not sure if I can even do it. Might be a one-shot gone kind of thing, but might be a good idea to keep it out of King's hands.
It doesn't work without the totems, right?
I mean, little guy used it with no
Then again,
totems here.
If you destroy it, then I think that Drassig will lose interest in the cave.
All right, DM. As Taktak was looking over everything with his natural 20, does he see a way of deactivating it without destroying it? Or
Yeah,
is it
there's
like
actually-
literally I've got to blow this thing up?
There's many. That's one way to do it. There's many ways to actually destroy this portal. This portal is not invulnerable at all. One, you can remove the sigil and therefore remove the teleportation circle. The only way to do that is dispel magic, if you have dispel magic, or
Not a level 3.
you would spend about a day with your ingenuity. You can find a way to remove the spell and the sigil itself, using your components and magical learnings. You can actually deactivate it the hardcore way, the mechanics
Yeah.
way.
Yep. Does Taktak see any way of deactivating it that he could like take something and come back with it later so they could turn it back on again? But that way's useless
Yes,
without that
certainly.
piece.
Most certainly. Most certainly. You could just change the wording.
That's kind of awesome.
Works.
um,
Inside Google search.
but basically, if you do change it, you have to spend at least an hour doing so.
Okay.
How much time do we have until Caelynn has to make her appearance?
Oh, plenty of time.
Oh.
It's only night. Party just stopped.
All right.
Oh, that's true.
That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm fine with waiting around for Taktak to do that.
All right.
Taktak will definitely be like, alright, Taktak can think he can do this? Yeah, Taktak can do this. Taktak can do anything. And then starts sitting down and like starts scribbling and doing this and that.
Cool.
But as Taktak is also starting his little hour-long process, Taktak's also going to like throw his thumb up without actually looking behind him. By the way, might be able to find stuff more in that nest at the very front of the cave too. Now that spider dead, might be things in the web.
Oh, you're right. We could go look at it while you're working.
Huh? Taktak be fine. If not, Taktak scream.
Are you sure, Taktak?
Taktak looks over at the spider. Sure it's dead?
Sure you'll be
Yeah.
okay.
No. Taktak okay, as long as you're sure it's dead.
It looks pretty dead. I mean, we
Okay.
did tear it apart.
Then Taktak be okay. Just come back when you're done. This one'll take a little while anyways.
Okay. We'll go.
Caelynn, actually, when you talk to Taktak, you notice the symbol on the altar on Druidic, the same one that you saw on the stone, except the last part of the wording of the Druidic symbol is not lit with the some sort of energy like the one on the stones.
So, wait, the ones on the portal are lit?
Mm-hmm.
And then
It's lit. Blue. It's like the same light blue.
Okay.
It caught your eye as Taktak is doing the ritual while Theoden is making his way towards the cave.
I'll look at it for a second, kind of like tilt my head, and then when I see Theo's walking away, I will jog over to catch up to him and walk with him to the front of the cave.
Okay.
We make a quick detour to grab some more of that red potion.
Yeah. Do you have enough vial or anything?
Yeah, I have a water.
You already used your water skin for it last time.
I know, I drank it.
Mhm.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. You come in.
I have a
It's-
beautiful orc's water skin and then my water skin.
You still have enough. There's still enough potion there for you guys.
Okay.
Ooh.
You climb up the fountain. You dip your both your drinks, your water cases in it, and you got a healing potion.
Hooray!
Times 2.
Caelynn, are you going to get one as well or no?
I don't have anything to put it in.
Oh, okay.
So there we go.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh
Oh shit!
Sorry.
Oh shit.
Okay, so
Oh shit for real?
Theoden and Caelynn, you guys make your way around back towards the entrance of this cave. This time, feeling a little bit more confident that the mistress is dead. You guys managed to make your way towards her home. At this point, Theoden, the fire on the wood does burn out after a couple of more minutes.
Okay, I'll my normal torch and light that one.
You lost the torch, by the way. You lost
I
two
have-
torches.
I have a bunch.
I know, I'm just saying you lost
Oh.
two torches. You guys cut the web with your sword and hatch and axe, and you went through it. You arrive here.
Into the darkness.
Oh no!
Darkness.
Oh snap.
Ugh, I hate this.
I want to when Caelynn, when she started like make her way towards the web, I'm like, hey, watch your step. I don't want to lose you again. Knock you out of one of them.
She'll laugh at him.
You guys make it your way towards
Oh,
the make an investigation check.
Both of us, or
I'm okay at it. I'm not proficient though. Does that mean disadvantage?
Wait, I'm just getting to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay.
Disadvantage?
No.
No?
I rolled a 22.
Oh, it's 17.
Well, you see more dead bodies here. Skulls and bones piled up, hanging from webs and such. I actually recognize one of them to be your boy, Arch.
Yeah.
You
Rest in
see his once rotund body, now shell of his former self.
Ooh.
Bones.
Oh, that's so sad.
His clothes dripped on to the bottom beneath him, and you can see some of the orcs are hung along the ceilings. You see what that big orc that you guys fought earlier, just his husk is remained, like his skin. But other than that, as you search around, you find 2 piles of bones that are quite odd, and you found piles of scrap heap over here. Because there are a couple of weapons, a lot of weapons over here that the mistress has taken.
Oh, my shield?
You do find your shield.
Why? I still got my shield down. I'll like pick it up. I'm like, oh, I didn't think I'd see this again. I have to put it on my back.
Okay. On your back. Caelynn, you do find, as you scurry through, boots. Elven boots, actually.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Looks like they're not made from your people, but the wood elves. You can see it's green and has leafy textures to it. It's very pretty. It's still in pristine condition. Theoden, you find quite a bit of gold.
No.
You found 200 gold.
Perfect. Because Taktak's rationing me now. While I'm looking through the stuff, like with the bones, can I inspect those? The weird bones?
Yeah, just orcs, goblins, elves.
Okay. So it's just like everything. Yeah. That's weird.
Mm.
Human?
Yeah.
Do they look really old or like
Yeah, they
fresh?
look really-
Okay. Interesting. Did you find anything, Caelynn?
I found some boots. And she'll like hold up the boots.
It's like, do you want them? You don't wear any shoes.
I feel bad leaving them here. They look nice.
Yeah. Maybe either keep them or give them to someone else who could use them.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna like look up at Theo and then look back down at the boots, like kind of awkwardly.
What is it?
Nothing.
Like, give her like a side eye, like, I don't know what you're doing. But he'll kind of get like a serious face after, and he'll be like, so Bing's body's gone, so I don't really have answers I was looking for with that.
What?
Where did you see that one elf we fought? The one with the scar on his face.
In the room that Taktak's in.
Did he go through the portal? Or did you see where he went?
He went through the portal.
Have you ever seen that elf before?
No. He does not look familiar to me.
Does he look like a green elf?
No.
Is he what they call a drow?
Would I know what type of elf he was?
You do. Only because you, as an elf yourself, can tell the difference between a half elf and a full elf. It's definitely not your half. And it's not a drow half. So the only two others are either a high elf, which his skin color looks to be not the high elves. It looks like it's the wood elves.
The Scar Man, he's a half elf? He is part wood elf.
How could you tell he's a half-elf?
I can just tell. I mean, I'm a full elf, so we can just tell. It's obvious.
Well, it's not so obvious to us.
Well, you do only have one eye.
Well, you're right. I mean, maybe if I,
What?
So, what exactly, what are the wood elves then?
That's a great question, Theo.
Think on that question.
What are wood elves, DM? Help me.
Oh, sure, most certainly.
I thought green elves and wood elves would be one and the same, like in forest, right?
No.
Caelynn's like, no.
You're gonna find a fence.
Just saying all us elves look alike?
Wow.
Shit, man.
Rude.
No, the difference between the wood elves is actually the wood elves are in tune with magic. The green elves have lost all trace of magic, and they themselves are very much like the high elves, but the high elves tend to look towards magic that are more worldly. The wood elves tend to care about magic to enhance their way of living. More spiritual, divine magic, I should say, not spiritual magic.
Wait, so the wood elves are closer to high elves? Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah. They're basically the same thing, except the wood elves are more agile. The high elves are more adept at magic.
Okay. I will explain that to Theoden. See how easy that is? Well, what were the questions you were looking for the answers to?
Well, it bothered me that being said that he knew who I was. I'm pretty good at recognizing the face. I haven't met him before.
It seems like a lot of humans know who you are.
That's true. And he was working with the Scar Elf, who I've been under the assumption that he's been dead. So it was upsetting to see him alive.
Do you know this elf?
I do.
How?
He's haunted me my whole life.
Haunted?
He's something like a reaper. He's always there. Whenever there's a war and chaos, he's always there. That's what confusing me. When I joined Drassig, he had his people go after them. And they supposedly killed him. But Drassig told me earlier that his people lied to him.
I see.
But then we learned that Drassig is working with the Drows. And so is that elf. So now, just wonder if Drassig wasn't telling me the whole truth.
I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't want my feelings for your king to influence you. But I would not surprise me.
Yeah. When we were having that meeting too, he said that he knew I was in the cave. In here. And I don't know how he would have known that.
That definitely is suspicious.
It's just frustrating. Just want answers.
We'll get answers. It's okay. We'll figure it out.
I hope so. It just feels like it can't move on. can't move forward. I know he's alive.
She will take his hand and like give it a nice squeeze, and smile at him. We will get him. I mean, I already landed a pretty good shot on him, so.
I worry for you.
Why? I'd be okay.
Well, just don't know what's gonna happen. And if he's on their side, then it won't be good for us.
Oh, Theoden, we can handle it. I mean, look, and she'll, like, flex her muscles. I'm big and strong, you are big and strong, and Taktak is mind strong. Yes.
You're right. No, you're right. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
So, put a smile
Thank
on
you.
your...
I crack like a really bad smile.
You know, you look much better with a smile, but, not like that.
Sorry, today's just been a whirlwind of emotions.
Yes, that is true. I'm sorry?
About earlier.
I shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
No, it's not that. I thought that I don't like seeing Drassig with you. And it's just frustrating. I can't do anything, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Like I told you, I want you and Iwani safe. And I'll do what I can.
I can handle it, Theoden.
I know you can. You're strong. Definitely one of the strongest people I've met.
I mean, I held my own when we were wrestling. Until I tripped. I want a rematch.
Sure. Later.
Not here. There's...
Yeah, no. I pull away from the webs on the side. Let's not do that.
Yeah, I don't want to roll around in webs.
We should head back.
Yes.
Okay. As you guys make your way back, you guys waited an hour after Taktak finished. And Taktak, you see the magical sigil power down.
Hooray!
The letterings and the portal, the color now it dissipates. No longer this red, and you can see the blue more prominently now. So, that being said, you did it.
Although I'm sure they scavenged after Taktak gets done with that. He is going to check those other little statues for the other upcoming fire that may have been left behind if people didn't grab it.
Oh, yeah, they didn't grab it. It's left behind.
Ah, yes.
Feels good.
I mean, we had to run away, so I couldn't actually get it from the other statues.
Yep, I believe you can get 4 more. You guys make your way back towards the Eywa tribe after spending about an hour and a half here. You spend about another hour and a half or so to make it back. And into the night, unnoticed.
Hey.
No one seems to know that you left.
Oh, we'll do our best to sneak back in. Stealthily.
Hell yeah.
Oh, as you make your way out, though, closer, you hear... Actually, what's everyone... passive perception?
Passive perception?
Wah, wah. 12.
16.
Okay. Caelynn, you hear rustling in the bushes behind one of the large trees behind you guys.
I'd like to put my hand on my axe.
Okay. You do.
And can I try and see what's making the noise?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Oh.
Waiting for trust. Just kill him. We didn't know.
That's 11.
Yeah, you find him hiding behind one of the bushes, thinking that he has stealth. Yeah, It's a human, looks like. He's squinting, trying to see what it is. He's looking at.
Is this back at the Eywa tribe though?
No.
Oh, it's by the
way.
cave?
On the way, in the middle.
Ooh. A human? Wait, it might be Finland, don't tell him.
So with my hand on my axe.
You can't tell like the color or anything because it's dark, so you only see in dim light, so only shades of black.
But I can see that somebody is there. A human is there. Okay.
It's a male for sure.
She'll stop Theo and Taktak from walking if they continue to walk, and then she'll look at the bush with her hand on her axe and be like, "You're not very good at hiding."
And try to see what she's looking at.
We'll just squint and be like, "That's a bush."
When Dogdog says that, he says, wait, don't shoot. I was just taking a whiz."
Insight.
It sounds like Finnegan.
Oh. Again. What are you doing?
No, Finland, sorry.
Finland. What are you doing?
I was just taking a whiz.
Come out. Does he actually pull up his pants?
Yeah.
Okay. Come out.
Oh. Saw you guys coming up and I was scared. I thought it was like someone trying to kill me. I didn't know. I couldn't see. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Why are you taking a whiz out so far in the forest?
Oh, you kidding me? Everybody's always up. We're going to find a decent place to take a whiz.
I'll like start laughing at him. Like, You're right.
So Dale's never seen a wanker before.
I'll kind of usher him to like walk beside us.
And you see his knitted cap.
Or the drink's too much for you. The pipe.
I don't even remember.
Good. You had a great time.
Oh, yeah, I did. Thanks.
Did you say a wanker?
Oh no.
What?
No, that's.
What is? She'll look at Theo. What is a wanker?
Oh man. So, anyways.
She's a funny one, isn't she?
What? Why?
That's guy talk. Yeah. There we go.
What guy thought? I've never heard the guy say it. That.
Yeah, it's a human term that guys say.
But what does it mean?
You see what I mean? I've been getting that all effing night.
Finnegan, what does it mean? Or
Finland?
Finland.
Oh.
What does it mean?
Yeah, put on him.
Don't make me say it. It's a bit of embarrassing.
Then make Theoden say it. I want answers.
I'm not saying. You're the one who said it.
He points at Theoden's crotch. Wait.
Finland. I can't even. As he goes, like when he points at mine, I like bat his hand away. I'm like, what are you doing?
What? Oh. Okay.
So.
Okay. She's like bright red at this point. That is.
We'll just change topic.
Yes, the party. Yes. Very fun.
Are you feeling more relaxed, Finland?
No, I did. I just took a good whiz and took care of my business. Now I'm feeling all great and stuff.
Well, that's good.
Your lot is a bit weird.
I could say the same about you guys.
No sense of privacy whatsoever.
Privacy?
Yeah, you haven't tried bathing yet.
Are you telling me I can bathe with the ladies?
You're a married man.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Sometimes.
What would Molly say?
Oh, don't tell Molly. Hey, we are chapped, Molly.
I have to keep you up, you know?
I am, Peter.
You told me Molly She's your girl. Have to make sure you live up to that.
Right. My fantasy gets the best of me.
Let's keep it at that.
Otherwise, she'll snip the winker.
Oh,
Oh.
no, I don't think about that. She might snip my winker. Actually, she might really break it with the pots and pans.
Ooh.
Really want to know the truth.
There'll be as many finnies running around your farm as you want if that happens.
That's
I'll tell you that for sure.
for bathing? Do humans not bathe? Theoden, you bathed with me and Taktak.
Oh,
He
used to-
yeah.
Caelynn just gives him like the.
My eye goes like wide. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
You know, Captain Theo. Then you're not so right with your chum just taking the more high ground.
Hey. I am not a married man.
Uh-huh. After a short talk, you guys finally arrive at the Eywa tribe. Villain actually scurry off and says, got to get myself a boot. See you late in the morning.
You need boots. What happened to your boots?
They're fine. Bit wet, but they're fine.
Oh, okay. I thought he got his boots stolen in his sleep.
No.
Okay.
He goes up.
He pat his back and then went off. He's a good kid.
He's an odd kid.
I think I should go.
Finally,
Find
you hear
out one.
Taku finally reaches to the edge. And he says, what have you been doing?
He has a wolf nose.
I smell danger.
Hmm.
Wait, who is he sniffing, Caelynn?
Yeah, and Caelynn and Theo. And Taktak.
Nothing, Taka. We were just. I was just testing out my new gear.
That is odd. I thought I smelled something different.
Different?
Well.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Goes off and continues. It looks like he's keeping watch.
Oh, good. I'm glad someone is. I think we should check in on Iwani and Triss.
Is it,
Yeah, sure.
Isn't Awani in Theo's room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I left her, at least.
Do we have to check on Trist?
Well, it might be a one direction kind of thing. He's probably already there, but we'll go.
Alright. Talk, Theo, you guys retire to your homes. Caelynn, do you want to go there as well, or what do you want to do?
I want to go see Awani. I don't give a
Okay,
shit.
yeah.
I don't care about Trist though. I'll leave when they go check on Trist. If they go check on Trist,
Yeah.
but I will go see Awani.
When you guys return back to your homes, for the time being, it seems like Iwani is making the home a lot prettier.
Oh.
Only for the Omen Weaver. She's decking it out, and with so much relics, and parafats, and all sorts of green elves cultured, items and clothing. She's Omen Weaver. Caelynn. She runs up to Caelynn and gives her a hug. Caelynn,
What?
we have to bathe.
How can they tell?
Do I really
Caelynn, how
smell
can you
that
not
bad? I don't know.
Caelynn, you smell the guts.
Oh, I did a little hunting. Help clear my head.
Did you hunt
Did I hunt who?
a deer?
No, something different.
Oh, what is it?
It was a spider. A large.
Would you like a side?
large spider.
Oh. No. You did not kill the mythical beast known as the Mistress, did you?
Oh,
Oh, shit.
they knew about it too.
How did you know about that?
I'm just kidding, Caelynn. You know that's just a myth. Come.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's just
That's it.
I am not young as I used to be.
I could not fool you.
We have a mythical beast in our Taktak box.
Parts of it, yeah.
Parts of it.
You are
I
too wise, Iwani.
While she's like hugging Iwani and such, I'm gonna be like sniff myself. Do I smell?
Doctor will do the same because I'm kind of curious
Oh,
now.
Talk's even worse.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I am covered in the actual guts on that.
you mind if we go too?
No, not at all. Wait, do humans bathe? You never answered.
Yes, humans bathe.
Then why was Finland making it weird?
It's just humans
They kind of whisper.
usually
Privately.
Privately?
exactly.
Lonnie even shakes her head.
Men and women usually don't bathe unless they are lovers.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of get red in the face from having last bath time. So you know,
She's also red in the face.
so. But
Well, we must respect their culture.
no, it's
Come
fine.
on.
You can bathe first. If you want.
No, it's fine.
So we'll bathe first?
We can all bathe. I think Finland's even over there, right? Come on, let's go.
Oh, okay.
You guys make your way to the Spirit Weaver water. The water's still pristine, still beautiful. The side of it, actually, you see bathing in the water. There's someone that's already there.
Oh.
His long dreadlocks being tied up. Gray dreadlocks. White dreadlocks. Yeah, gray.
Oh, it's your dad.
You see his strong disposition, many cuts, one big one, and his eyes gleaming in the moonlight as he turns around to see all of you, and he's shocked. Oh,
Caelynn's dad, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
the Mooney.
yeah.
Oh.
The Iwani start laughing.
Got it. What? Yeah.
No. She's laughing because you're not supposed to greet someone in that.
Oh, damn it! I said it right there.
Iwani laughs a little bit.
What? I said hello. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Do you say hello to people in the bath normally?
Yeah. If they're, you know.
Oh, okay.
Caelynn, I guess I have to wash you. She pulls you aside, and you see Moonhi actually steps out of the sphere of water. And you step out. He put on his cloak and says, "You made it extremely awkward in front of him." And he's like awkward, and he doesn't even want to say hello.
Oh,
He just
okay.
nods, and he actually looks over at Taktak and says, "Oh, Ewya," and walks away.
Damn it. This morning has been helpful.
Caelynn will start to get undressed.
Easily enough.
Rather quickly, yeah.
Yeah, quite easily. So you guys both bathe in spirit water.
I have to take off all the shit armor. Like, it's gonna take a while. But, Taktak can.
Yeah, Taktak is helping. Taktak just jumps in. For a split second, for a moment, Iwani also helps Caelynn bathe. When she finishes, she helps the Taktak bathe. She does not help you bathe, though. Only because she knows that you think it's awkward.
I'm like, it's not awkward because you're a child. You're like a little sister, you know? Did she look all offended?
Even Talk kind of gives you like a tilted
told
head
you,
look at that one.
You remind me of someone.
Of a sister? Did you have a sister?
I did.
Oh.
She would have been around, I guess, Wani's age.
77?
No, 17.
Oh.
Or 14. I don't remember. She was a cute girl.
Well, I mean, if she looked like her brother, which is you, then she must have been very cute.
She looked completely different. She could have looked more different than me.
Oh. Well, I guess that happens sometimes.
She looked like my mother.
No?
Blonde hair. And she had my blue eyes, though.
Caelynn is like looking like at him, like trying to look at his eyes, because she just wants to. Okay, don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Nobody's judging.
She passed away in the war.
Oh.
The day I point to my scar on my face. That one.
Caelynn will like scooch over to him and take his hand again. I'm sorry, Theoden.
I mean, still tough, but what can you do? That's why I want this war over. It took everyone from me.
During the brief moments of silence, Taktak, your muscles are being relaxed by the massage that Iwani is giving you. At the same time, across the way of the beautiful grotto, you see Caelynn slowly making her way towards Theoden until Theoden snapped out of his stupor and his story and his moment. Blushes, stands up, and makes his way out of the grotto. Without a word, Iwani looks a little bit shocked at the scenario. Iwani then says, Caelynn, are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I hope he's okay. That's hard to talk about.
She nods her head. Then she finishes up the Omen Weaver. And Omen Weaver, you smell nice.
Hooray!
You make back to your...
Were we close enough to hear that whole conversation, or were we just kind of watching him talk?
Yes. No, you definitely are close enough.
Okay.
But you make it up back to your home. Iwani asks, after she put on your clothes, Caelynn, and Taktak has already left. She says to you, Caelynn, what do we do, if you are called by Drassig?
If
He asked for you.
he what?
He asked for you
When?
during the night.
Oh, I can go now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, if he's still awake.
He is in his own area, his own home.
Oh, yeah. Can you take my gear to my house?
Yes.
I'll go over there now. She will pat Iwani on the shoulder and make her way over to where King Drassig is staying.
Okay.
David, why'd you walk away?
I don't know, bro. I was having a moment.
You were.
Oh.
Bad things are gonna happen.
I had no control over that, bro.
You're sulking a little bit, feeling something for Caelynn at the moment, and also feeling the loyalty towards the king. A bit torn. Taktak finally walks in, all prim and proper. Well, he looks more like a green elf than every day.
He's probably wearing their clothes
Hair
since
getting
we're dirty.
greener every time. We're here?
No, his hair is getting braided more and more
Oh,
often.
okay.
So, find Talk. You look at Talk.
I'm like, sorry about leaving you guys. It was just, I needed a moment.
Taktak will kind of nod and wander over to his pile of junk and kind of sit down and start fiddling with it. It's okay. Taktak understand. Lost hard. Difficult to deal with sometimes. Need a moment, right?
Have you lost anyone?
Taktak kind of scratches his head and looks over at Theoden. Taktak always been alone, so not really.
Well, I mean, that hurts in its own way.
Nah,
You have
Taktak made his own friends. Like the rocks and the trees and the leaves. Talk to everything. They just don't talk back.
Well, we'll talk back to you. It's
I
okay.
know. Theoden fast becoming best friend because he actually replies.
I'm glad. What are you working on?
Oh, well, this, and I'll point over at the wood that's slowly, hopefully will be some spectacular that I can actually use to write on. And maybe help us a little bit. Hard to say what it's going to be. Still trying to shape it. And this, and he's going to point over at his little cube. He's going to pull out kind of like a makeshift pair of goggles. It's going to be something for you.
Wow, thank you.
Huh?
I mean, how do you write it? So it will move?
Or if Taktak can get it right, he starts like pointing at the little runes that he's kind of been digging in it and stuff like that. If I can get the magic to make the gears work here, and then this work here, and if I can attach the new webs I have to actually make it stick in this spot, then it should move like animal, horse, dog.
Like a horse.
Huh? It should be able to walk and move on its own.
Wow, that'd be really cool.
Taktak and I don't know, kind of new. Taktak can put his magic into things, but never really tried to give something some form of life before. So new territory, but I'm hoping it'll work.
Giving life to something?
But not quite like you and my life. More like something
Like your
that's
owl.
Yeah. But the owl just moves randomly. This one more, hopefully, smart enough to understand orders, commands, and maybe one day to just think on its own. One day.
Now you're pushing it.
Taktak gonna try, though.
That would be an interesting creature.
You know, if Taktak can do it. Not sure, but Taktak trying.
Well, if you ever need anything or any help, I could possibly try.
Ooh. Taktak, keep that in mind.
I'm good with metalwork.
Taktak will kind of like pause for a second and like look at the ground and then look back up at the. I mean, metalwork will be help, but interesting thing happened to Taktak last night. King actually was there, waiting for me.
The king came here for you?
Wanted to pay me to help build stuff for the war.
What do you say?
Tal'Dorei kind of shuffles his feet a little bit. Do not give him an answer yet. Tal'Dorei does like stuff to build with. Doesn't really trust King's intentions, though.
Well,
You know him longest. He seems
Well,
sketchy at Taktak, but I've only known him a couple days.
yeah. I mean, I know he wants to help the humans. I just don't know at what cost.
Hmm.
I think you should hold off on your answer.
Think so?
Check in on your favor, though. For sure.
Alright, true. See what I can get. Then maybe we can run away.
Yeah, we might have to. I'm just a little bit worried.
Or maybe we take Caelynn with us.
I don't know if she'd want to leave her people.
That's true. She is kind of important around here. But they do always say, best way to leadership is through experience. Rah, 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 rah. So, like, wave his hand in
Is that
the air
what
as
they
he's
say?
That is what all the important people say. Rah, 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 rah. And he does the mimic again.
Where do you hear that from?
Somebody in a tavern once. He was quite drunk.
Yeah, well, that might be right. I think it would be good to let Caelynn see what's out of here. Possibly make some allies. She has to go on the trial or something.
Oh, what's the trial?
Didn't she have to go, to all of her tribes or something?
Oh, that. Think so? Oh, they talk half in Elvish, half in normal, so Taktak was very confused.
Oh, yeah. If you want, I could help teach you.
Oh, Wani offered to teach me too. Learn a few words. Taktak would not mind to learn more.
I'll do my best. It's definitely a little bit hard to learn, but I think you'll catch on fast.
Oh.
What I don't get are the customs. That's what gets me every time. I said hello, but something went on. I don't know. Did I say it improperly? Maybe there's a title word that I don't know, and I disrespected him?
Maybe? Oh, everybody's customs seem very weird to Taktak.
Hey, Taktak.
Eh?
You want to go for a walk with me?
Oh, okay. Taktak will put down all his stuff and jump up.
I'm gonna take him to the big tree that we saw with Drassig.
Okay. You find yourself making your way towards the big tree. It's guarded at the moment, but they know who you are. They allow you to go in.
Okay.
You finally make it to the base of this large tree, scaling and towering you far beyond the heavens, as it seems.
You know how I said I learned Elvish? My mother used to tell me stories of her time. She learned her Elvish and customs through a tree like this.
Oh.
Hers burned down. But one of the stories she told me is that the forest, it was called King's Rose Forest. Those big flowers? That's how she always described them. And I point to the really big, monobloom ones. She always said that they were magical. Maybe you could use that to give life to your creature.
Oh. Taktak kind of goes wide-eyed and starts leaning in towards the flowers. Think they're okay if I take?
Superstition. I'll look around and does anyone object by him touching it?
Nobody's there.
I think it's fine. I mean, they let us take the other ones.
That's true. Like your life.
And I'll pick one of the smaller ones and I'll be like, this one she called the Silent Princess. It's a
Silent Princess. Your mom knew a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why. I
Never told you?
She died when I was 10. I didn't think to ask. They all died that day. I got the scar on my face.
Ah.
That elf we saw in the cave. He did it.
Taco will definitely look a little bit somber at that. Wait, so he acted and killed your whole family?
Well, him and bandits.
Oh,
But yeah.
bandit. No wonder you want to find them so badly.
Yeah. He killed a lot of people I care about. And not just that time either. That's why I think of him like a reaper. Every time he shows up, he takes someone I care about. That's why I'm a little bit worried for Caelynn. That he'd show up now? It's just weird. Weird timing.
Very weird. Especially with him showing up at the same time of the Lyceum of Magic showing up too. Huh.
Caelynn said that he's a half-elf with there's elves called the wood elves that are good with magic and divine magic. I don't know what kind that would be, but maybe he works for the Lyceum.
Wait, what is he a half of?
Wood elf and I guess human.
Oh. Mixed breeding. Ooh, that makes sense. I think his ears were a little shorter.
Yeah, I didn't know that was like a thing.
Ah, I only have Caelynn's people to compare it to. I haven't seen many elves outside of them.
Yeah, I used to fight elves in not this forest, but a different one. I just assumed they were all the same. But, after coming here, they clearly aren't.
No. Several types of gnomes as well.
There's more types of gnomes?
Huh?
Well, what kind are you?
I
A
am...
wood gnome?
No, not wood gnome.
A green gnome.
Oh, Taktak, purple gnome.
Wait, really?
No, not really. Taco like gonna pat his chest. Taktak, rock gnome.
Rock gnome?
Huh?
What's the difference?
Yeah, forest gnome tends to live in hills and forests and stuff like that. Well, rock gnomes tend to live in mountains and such.
So you live in the mountains?
Huh?
Interesting. Were you near the dwarves?
Yeah. Dwarves usually around. Dwarves like holes too.
Well, good to know.
There's also different kinds of dwarves.
Oh, man. You guys make it so complicated.
I know. There's only one type of human. That's weird.
It's easier. But I hope the flower is able to help you.
Huh?
I'm gonna try to talk to the tree, save my silent prayer to it.
Yeah.
And say, do a prayer to just keep Caelynn safe.
As you lay your hands on the tree, you close your eyes, and all of a sudden, you see quick images flash of just fire, chaos, people screaming. Oof. Shake your head for a moment. And then, out of nowhere, seemingly, the shaman walks up behind you and says, I see you have been touched.
I'm gonna remove my hand from the tree, like I'm in trouble. I'll be like, what?
There's something about you after all. Caelynn wisdom is far beyond any of us. She must have sensed it.
Yes. That's it.
Uh-huh.
That's all right. What do you mean?
The tree is trying to tell you a premonition of what will come.
Great. More war?
I don't know what you saw, but I know that face.
I thought it was just memories, but if you're saying that it's gonna keep happening, then...
He, quickly find a pouch, satchel. He pours into his hand a palm full of powder. He grips it. He puts it right in front of your head, and he lets it go. And as he quickly lets it go, he taps your forehead and moves his hand towards his chest and lay it right in front of his chest. And as you do, you see a trail of just energy following it from your head to his palm. And then you see the energy sort of change and mixed in form to what resembles an image, moving parts. It shows an image of you, Theoden, your happiness, child, and you hear the shaman just breathe, and all of a sudden, the image is gone. Just like happiness can come. One moment, the next sorrow will take. Theoden, your life is critical. You have been fated by the gods.
What does that mean?
They have chosen you. I fear you might not be strong enough.
What was that I saw?
Hope. That is what you saw. Hope. If you cannot stop the dangers, your child will. Your child will change the land forever.
How do I get stronger?
I do not know that answer. I can only tell you what the tree told me.
You talked to it too.
Yes, that is what I do. Rest easy. You have a long week ahead of you.
Oh. Thank you.
As you leave, he bows at the Omen Weaver.
I'll just kind of be like a little bit on edge after all that.
Yes. You go home. You rest. Taktak, at this very moment, you're working on your mechanism. I'm giving you the opportunity to add anything you like during this day to it, to makes it different. You have so many magical items when you're a property. You can try and mix and match to see which item will work. You would have to roll an Arcana check for each item. Okay. To it. And I will let you know if you succeed or fail.
Okay.
You want to think about it and come back to you?
Well, I used to have the stuff for certain things, but I did use some of it up. But, actually, at the very least, I may have to think about trying some other stuff on another night. But one thing I would like to see is, while making the head of this thing, I want to see if I can put the chromatic orb in, like, one of the eye sockets to see if I can actually get it to use it for me instead of me.
Ooh, yeah, most certainly. It won't... you design it to a point where the eye socket... You would have to make the eye socket pretty big to put this in. So, we'll make an Arcana check for me.
We're trying to make it an owl. Owls usually have big eyes, so it kind of works.
Yeah.
And in my head, I assume like I could use it like it can cast from the thing, but it still uses up my spell slot kind of thing. So I don't have to be like holding the item.
Sure.
Oh, I no lie, that is a natural 20 I just rolled. Plus the 5, and then plus the other one is 26 and all, but yeah, so nat 20.
Write down that you no longer have the chromatic orb thing, because you're using it to put it into the eyes.
Alright.
With the natural 20.
Oh no!
20 vision!
You succeeded.
20 vision.
20 vision.
I hate that.
But the other thing I also want to work on, which might take away a little bit from this as well, is I'm going to make Theoden those goddamn goggles.
Goggles.
The goddamn goggles. But I only have 2 infusion slots, so unfortunately, Theoden's going to be losing the +1 on his armor.
It's up to you.
All right. So, go ahead and make me a tinkering tool. It's very easy. Actually, you don't even have to make a check. You just make it. I believe, right?
Yep. Just make it. It just takes like the full night's rest or whatever.
So coolio.
So I have goggles.
Night. What?
Yeah. You're gonna have to. You just make it. I think, right? Vision goggles. Yeah. Yep.
Does it even say any parts or components or a roll? It's just. Well, I made an item. It's magical.
Cool.
I mean, I'm assuming he's pulling stuff out of his bag to kind of replicate it with, but yeah.
Right, obviously. You had to grab some materials, but you managed to make some the night, and you work long hours into the night while Theoden finally dozed off to sleep. to the sound of you.
I wanted to look at the beanked items.
You can't discern what it is.
I can't attune to them?
Straight up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you come to it. That's Chris.
That's another good point. Did I notice Theoden looking at the item?
Yes.
The beanked items.
Yeah. Taktak will actually look over at you and say while he's working, "What you doing?"
I didn't find anything on Bink, and maybe these can bring me closer to wherever that elf is.
Is that why you're trying to put it on? Tak's got like a big ass grin on his face.
Yeah. Maybe it'll make me stronger.
Taktak can tell you if it makes you stronger, you know.
You can?
Huh? Gotta wait till tomorrow, though.
Oh.
You hang on to it. Taktak will see if he can maybe do some research on it, i.e. switch one of the spells for Identify tomorrow morning.
Okay. I'll just focus on other things.
Okay.
Thanks, Doctor.
Huh?
Let's move over to Caelynn and Drassig.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Caelynn, find the homes over here.
Okay.
Great. You find Drassig. You walk in to a dimly lit room as you see Drassig standing up in response to you walking in, with his chest bare and his crown off, his hair long and well groomed. He says to you, "Caelynn, I've been waiting for you."
I heard you were looking for me.
I was.
How can I help you?
He walks up closer to you, looking down on you. He takes his hand and pulls your chin up to look at him. He says to you, "You promised me the best elf in your village. I want the best elf."
I spent time with you at the party.
Well, then find me the best elf for the night.
No, you're married.
I do not care if I'm married or not. That is for me to decide, not you.
The members of my tribe are not here to entertain you in that way.
Fine. As you say, Tarpol. He turns around. He walks back to his bed. I wouldn't say bed, but like the hammock.
Mm-hmm.
And sits down. Waits for you to leave before he lays.
She'll, glare at him a bit before, turning around and walking out.
The next morning, once you return back to your home, Caelynn, and rest. The next morning, as the sun rises, Theoden, Taktak, you guys both wake up. I mean, Taktak, at least you had a good sleep, but you were sleeping while working. Theoden, you finally see
I wake up to
the creature.
A mount.
At first, it looked ugly.
It scared me. Oh.
It looked ugly. You didn't know what it was.
You mean
Now
at
you
nighttime?
actually see a resemblance of an owl head. His wood carving skills is not the best, but you can see it is looking a lot better.
At first, it scares me as I open my eyes.
With
And
the head
it's
of the
just
owl.
a head of an owl.
Like Taktak
It's over top
right next to your head.
Talk always falls asleep at his table. So I'm like, oh, okay. Oof. I'll go over to inspect. Really impressed. I'm like, oh wow.
Right.
Wait, it's gonna move. Is he gonna fly on this? What? Looking at oh man, that's gonna be weird. But I'll put Talk to actual bed.
No, Taktak wakes up once you touch him.
Oh. Sorry, I was trying to make you more comfortable.
I was dreaming of spiders. I'm glad you woke me up.
Okay, I did not have a dream of a spider.
Oh, you're lucky.
I need more cat poop, apparently. Oh, but... nothing.
Talker's gonna hold up the goggles.
Taktak made this for you.
As you look at the goggles are made of the wood. It looks extremely dorky as a side.
Yep.
As a wood grain, the holes are large and
Like an owl?
Yeah.
Talker's got a theme going on right now. While this
I'm
goes,
gonna pick it up and I see that there's 2 of them and I'm like, I only really needed 1.
Shh, it's okay.
But thank you.
It's tied by. It looks like it's tied by like he managed to wove some of the web into like a string.
Yeah.
Rather
Oh,
than
like a strap.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it's a strap.
Oh. So are they like glasses for the sun? I'll put it on.
Oh man, it's
You should do that. And too late, obviously.
Oh.
yeah, it hurts a little bit.
Ugh. Like I pull it off. What happened? Why did it hurt? I don't understand. How does it hurt?
Yeah, it flashes your eyes a little bit because it's designed for you to wear it during the night.
Oh. So I'm like, is it made for the sun? Oh my god.
Talker's still kind of like half asleep, just being like,
Help see like Taktak see.
I'm blind in both
Right.
eyes now.
Well, small details. Wear it at night. That's all Taktak gotta say. Or in darkness.
Oh, okay.
You'll see when it's dark.
No, okay. I'll wrap it like on the side of my like boat.
Right.
Thank you, Taktak.
Well,
I can't wait to see what it is.
So, are you going to talk? Are you going to spend this time to identify?
well, yes. I switched out disguise self for identify. So, yeah. Taktak will then point over at whatever item Theo had.
Taktak can start looking this over for you.
Oh, great. And if you need anything, I found some gold in the spider's cave lair. That one. And so I'll give him that 200 gold. Be like, as a thank you for looking out for me.
It's okay.
No, what to do.
After all, we have lots of money now.
So I'll hand him the belt and the whatchamacallit?
Yeah, and I believe they both cost money.
Yes, 100 gold each.
100 gold each to identify, but I don't know if that affects.
Oh, wait, I can do ritual spells as an FI, can't I?
Yeah.
Because that just popped up in D&D Beyond.
So you spend 200 gold, and you identify the bracers to be the bracers of archery.
Oh.
While wearing these bracers, you have proficiency with longbow and shortbow, and you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls on range attacks made with such weapons. They look like well padded leather arm braces that has a tree design on it, a beautiful, elegant tree design on it. Very, very reminiscent of an elfish design. The belt is the belt of assassin.
Add proficiency bonus to damage for creatures that are surprised.
Yes, there we go. Yeah.
Ah.
So creatures who are surprised, you can add your proficiency bonus to your damage.
Okay, so are these attunement or are they just...
The assassin belt is attunement, and the bracer of archery is attunement.
Oof.
So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Right, we're going to finish off the week, the rest of the 4 days, because after a while, during this entire...
Are we allowed to do stuff that same day, though, before you fast forward the 4 days?
Yeah, what would you like to do?
I would like to go to Caelynn and give her these things.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Unless, Talk, do you want the belt? I don't think you really surprise creatures.
Nope. Taktak, not really weapon type. Nothing.
Okay.
You two keep them.
I'll see if Caelynn wants it.
Okay. Find Iwani to get her for you, and Iwani got her for you. You're right outside in the tree's hearth.
Caelynn, I was looking for you.
Oh?
These Taktak looked at them, and I think they'd be useful to you.
What are they?
Well, the belt, I guess it lets you hit with a stronger force if a creature is surprised, and these bracers, they help with your archery.
Are you saying my archery needs help?
No, I'm just saying I don't do much archery myself, so it'd be best in your hands. Unless you don't want it. I can shoot a bow.
Oh, can you?
I can. Probably not as good as you, though.
I think you should keep them.
The boat, too?
Yeah. I don't think that I will get too much use out of that.
Okay.
But
I'll hold on
thank
to
you.
it.
I appreciate you thinking of me.
You know, I've been thinking about you a lot.
Oh. That's...
I don't think... I haven't really said it, but I really care for you, Caelynn. You were saying how you get the butterflies. Well,
yeah.
I do too.
Oh.
I look forward to hopefully getting to spend more time with you.
Yeah, me too, Theoden.
Oh, if you want, Taktak is back at the tree.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
was making something. It looked like an owl. It looks really impressive. He said he's going to be able to ride it. I don't think you can
He's
ride an owl.
Going to ride an owl?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
Well, I have to see this.
I also wanted to say that I'm sorry for yesterday. I just walked off.
What about yesterday?
I was just remembering
Oh.
about my past and kind of overwhelmed me.
Oh. No, it's okay.
I mean, you lost your mom, right?
I never knew her.
You didn't?
Mm-mm. No.
Oh.
So,
I'm sorry.
You can't really miss what you never had.
It's a different kind of miss, I think. They both hurt equally the same.
Yeah, I guess so. Taktak?
Yeah.
The owl.
The owl. You should see it.
Okay.
He also gave me this, and I'll point to the goggles.
Oh. Those
I'm not
are,
quite sure what it's gonna do. He said I should wear them at night.
those are cute.
Really?
I...
And nearly blinded my only eye. We'll see what it does.
We can't have you blind. In both eyes.
But I think it'll hopefully help. We'll see.
And it'll make you look, oh, so handsome. She'll say as she starts to head towards the tree.
Man. I'll follow her to Taktak.
You have to, you guys make your way towards Taktak, see what Taktak's been working on. Caelynn, you're thoroughly surprised to see that it's a head of an owl. It's not as good as your people would craft an owl head. You
It's
actually
like a
kind of
kitten
got by it, and you know a couple of woodworkers, a tribe that you could probably ask to help.
Isn't this a secret, though? Or is it?
Not really. I mean, Tal'Dorei hasn't told him what he's making, but so far he's gone to a couple of people to try and find materials.
and said he was making something great.
You know, that almost looks like an owl.
Uh-huh.
I know some people who can help you make it look like an owl.
Taco kind of tilts his head. You say it doesn't look like an owl?
It's very close, Taktak.
Taktak tries so hard.
And Taktak did a fantastic job. It's just, he has a bit of a awkward face, but you know, people and animals sometimes have awkward faces.
Uh-huh. Just like this.
He like puts like his hands on both sides of his cheeks and pushes one side up and one side down, so it looks really weird.
Yeah, like that.
See? Upside.
If that's the look you were going for, then you got it.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, maybe Taktak not so good. Huh.
No, Taktak is good, but it's not bad to ask for help.
Not so true. Okay, maybe make look more like Eywa then.
There we go. That's a good idea.
Uh-huh.
And what are those goggles you made, Theoden?
Should help see night.
Oh.
So, silly humans need to keep using and losing torch.
He
And a new
does.
torch. And losing torch again.
He does lose the torch a lot.
Huh?
I am
Although
right
Taktak
here.
will also point at Theoden's armor as well.
Oh. Taktak had to take the parts from armor to make it, though. Armor not that special anymore, unfortunately.
Oh, I see. Like it's not glowing anymore.
Yeah, it's
Like-
not.
Yeah. Yep.
So you can only put magic in one thing at once?
More than once, but the concentration. As Taktak kind of figures it out more, maybe he can do more with it, but yeah, not an infinite supply.
No.
The
And
runes
probably
on yours
the
lose power.
Probably the eyesight's better, anyways.
Because
Yes.
now you can hold a shield.
Oh, that would be so much more helpful.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Instead of losing shield to torch, and then losing torch, and then losing shield, and then losing torch.
Okay, I get
The
it.
torch again,
I get it.
Uh-huh.
I'll
And
come
then-
get it.
losing the wood that was on fire,
Oh, that's right, the fire that
on
was on.
fire, and then
I didn't lose it. It
It-
ran out.
And then bumping into the wall, and, not realizing that stuff is like 5 feet in front of you, and...
well, I'm sure the distance is hard when you are missing an eye sight.
I just like give her like a deadpan face.
She just smiles like real cheeky at him.
It is.
Even with one eye, you still look very handsome.
Oh, thank you. It's funny. Usually people are afraid of it. Well, besides warriors.
It does make you look tough.
I thought you said it made me look weak. That I
I'm-
wasn't a good warrior.
I mean, you survived.
It's okay. I know you were kidding. Unless, no.
That's right.
Okay, so you guys find some time to chat and to reminisce and to kind of, have a normal time, but quickly and almost swiftly. Caelynn was called to action. Her people needs her. She leaves you guys for a moment and Taktak continue his work. Theoden, you find yourself wandering about. As you're wandering about, you see Drassig actually talking to the elves.
Perfect. I was gonna go look for him.
Yeah. And over the week, or the days, Drassig seems to be really friendly with them. You've been noticing that he's been spending a lot of time with Iwani's mother. And Iwani's mother actually is having a great time with him. She's laughing. She's teaching him more Elvish. You've never seen your king so
Giddy.
vulnerable before.
Vulnerable.
You notice that the humans have stayed a little bit longer. Most of them went back to outposts, but except Drassig and a couple of his men. Drassig doesn't seem imposing at all, enjoying the kind of learning the people's culture and enjoying the sights a bit. At the end of the week. Oh wait. During the days I'm fast forwarding about 7 days.
Oof.
Ooh.
During this time, talk. What other stuff do you want to add?
All right. So, since we're just going to rush through it, there were a couple things that we have that actually hadn't actually identified or anything like that yet. Where's my quick? So let's see if any of these things do anything. All right. So we have unidentified moss, which we got from the talking tree when we were climbing up. Well, before we climbed up. I got some moss, and you said it was unknown properties, and we never really figured out. So could I do a roll for research to figure out if that's any helpful? It was growing at like the bottom of the tree in the water.
Actually, these moss has healing properties to them, and you can actually make healing potions, or you can use it to help you cast a spell, Cure Wounds.
Ooh, all right.
Oh, I'm able to make healing potions?
You ever listened to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, certainly.
Oh, shit. I want to be making those. I just have to find something to hold it in. Yeah, during the 7 days, I want to be making those.
Cool. Anything else, Drew? Drew?
There were... Let's see what else we have in this bag of stuff.
This bag. So many items. I didn't even use
So many items. We still got... Oh yeah, we still got the scroll, the fireball scroll. Right about that one. We got herbs for medical supplies, because you got 2 pounds of it there, Theo, so... You still got, like, that you bought. Clover leaves... Just says magic grass from Caelynn's town. Do we know what that does?
Magic grass.
Right. Look, okay, when Dr. grab stuff, I just wrote it down real quick.
Yeah, easily enough. The grass itself can either be used, has magical properties in it, divine properties in it, so you can actually either use it for many things. But spell components is one of them. Or you can do it. Sometimes you can smoke it. But you do have to dry it. It does take a process to be able to smoke it. Okay. And you can also use it to add it to your construct.
Well, that might be helpful then. So what would it do if I put it on the construct then?
Well, we'll have to make an Arcana check to see.
Alright, let's do it with the clover leaves then.
You can also do it with the flower as well.
Oh, that's true. But I won't know which one does what until I actually get it on there.
Mm-hmm. Or if you succeed or not. I'll let you know. At least I'll let you know if you succeed or not, so that you can attempt again with more materials.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The flower seems a little bit more special, because the clovers you said were like everywhere, and I was freaking out about them, but they were literally everywhere. So we'll try it with the flower first. Arcana check, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a normal roll, but still it's decent with my pluses. So that would be a 15, unless I get proficiency with it.
No. You just roll straight. Okay, 15?
Yep.
Okay. You succeeded. It's really well, actually.
So what to do?
All right. Anything else you want to do? Oh, the clover. You understand that the clover is actually just used to help patch hoofway. You can also use it to help patch hoofway if you want to. But usually it's meant for non-magical practices to have healing and or food.
Okay.
They usually flavor food. So you can also use it as magical spell components as well.
Nifty. Of course, what would that do on my construct, though?
It's most likely for potions, to be honest.
Okay, so not really that useful for this thing then.
You can add it. It could provide it to make it look like a dye. You can use it as a dye.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that might be kind of nice. See if I can use it to actually make like the other eye that doesn't have the orb in it kind of look like special as well.
Yeah. Okay. This one requires you to make a. Actually, I'll just say you do it. Yeah, you can do it. All right. Anything?
I would also like to try less of magical stuff, but I would like to make, after they've kind of started to help sort the head look more like an owl. I want the like ridges of like the feathers to kind of be like a little harder and more pointed, because I want it to have like a bit of a ram attack if it needs to.
The
like
ridges of the.
the head.
Okay.
So it can
On the
charge
head?
and headbutt something, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Do you have any materials that can help you build that, or you just want to add more wood to that? You want to add that functionality?
I would say just adding the wood, like an extra layer of wood on that one, because the wood's supposed to be good.
Sure. Okay. I think you still have to roll me, just for the sake of this, a tinkering check. So go for it. So add your you can add your dex and proficiency, or you can add your intelligence and your proficiency.
Okay. That would be 11 plus 5 plus 1. So yeah, we got a 16 out of that one. Or no, 17, sorry.
17, damn, you got this.
Helps that I get a plus 5, this and that plus 1.
Right. Okay, that matters. Okay, cool.
Is there a difference between the magic bark and the magic wood? Because I have magic bark, magic moss, and magic wood. Like 10 pounds
For your
the bark. No, the bark is definitely different from the wood that you have. The wood is different. It's actually farmed by the Eywa tribe. The wood is actually, the bark is just from the trees of this forest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they don't have any special properties that might be useful in this?
You already rolled for that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anything else?
No. I think that much covers it. I mean, I also want it like a little bit of so to actually write it.
Oh yeah, you're definitely going to make it big enough. You just need to make it a medium or large, a medium or more.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a medium construct, so that should work. I just want like to have it like, it's almost like it got a built-in saddle for his butt.
Ooh. Okay, so make it comfy.
Yeah. What do you want for that roll?
No. You could just make it.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else you want to add to it?
Not at the moment. This is his brand new invention, so down the road he may try and tinker on it more, especially as he levels up. But for a work in progress, I think this is all he needs for the moment.
Okay. Awesome.
Are we allowed to do stuff during this?
Yeah, during this time, I was going to ask Caelynn, during this time, what would you like to do?
I don't think I have anything really special to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she's just gonna attend to her business, and she's gonna try and not spend too much time around Drassig, because their last interaction made her very uncomfortable.
Sure. All right. Then, Theo, do you want to do anything?
There's so many things. That's all 7 days. I'm like, oh man. Okay, so I guess.
So during this week, you managed to find time to talk and flirt with Caelynn, and whatever happened at the tree bonded you guys closer and closer to a point where almost everybody kind of noticed it, picked up on it. Almost apparent.
Now Finland can get off my fucking back.
Oh, Finland is happy, but he actually left.
What?
Yeah.
Went back to the outpost?
Yeah.
No. Can I ask for him to stay here?
Sure, we'll stay there. Cool. Goddamn.
Keep him safe.
I believe during this time, your guys' relationship is like getting almost palpable, but nothing more. You also make time to look at Drassig to find what he's doing, and you see all of that, what I've already mentioned before. As well as when you take the opportunity, you actually find time to speak to the shaman.
Mm-hmm.
And you found the shaman already doing a ritual. And you see all of the young chiefs in the circle. and you kind of walk in on them.
Oh.
They look at you oddly. The shaman
Hashtag.
says to you, he'll be right with you after he finishes the ritual.
I awkwardly wait.
Mhm.
I'm too afraid to leave because I'm like, I don't want to disrespect them more. Unless they tell me to leave.
Yeah, they tell you to leave.
Okay.
You hear a blinding flash and a loud a scream from the inside.
What the
You rushed in to only to see that all of them kind of like are on the floor in pain.
I'll try to help Kano up.
No, the shaman says to you, let them feel it. It's just stings.
Can I ask what happened?
He just brush you off and says it's part of the ritual.
Can I try to insight what this ritual was?
No, you
Okay.
have no idea.
I'm proficient in religion. Oh,
Okay, go ahead and make a religion check.
I've been bonding with this tree. Maybe I know so. 17 religion.
Ooh. It's a ritual of bond.
Oh.
Binding to something.
Binding to
Yeah.
something?
The last word you hear him say is,
Uh-oh.
Mo fe tiyim.
Doesn't that mean like grandfather?
No, which means, it means I bind you.
I bind you? Did I see an item in the room?
No.
Are the totems in the room?
Yes.
Mm.
The totems are always in the shrine.
Okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay. Well, they're all alive. Oh,
Yeah.
It's fine.
After which, he tries to do a ritual so that you can see it didn't work. Says to you, the spirit must be quiet. Go forth, he says, continue your journey. And protect Caelynn.
I asked him if he knows anything about the Delian order.
No.
Damn it. Or if he knows the elf with the scar.
Yeah. He shows you a ritual. What explains to you the origin of him. He was born from a family that was disrupted by the world. And he says he was discovered by a man with an iron will, an evil man that the shaman cannot see. For this evil man, spirit is so powerful that it scares even the shaman.
Okay. That's weird. And that's who's like ordering him and controlling him?
Yeah. Okay. So, but during the week, everything seems fine. Drassig wraps up everything, and you see Drassig say, "Go up to Amunhi and bid him farewell." Amunhi smiles. He's so happy that everything is going well. Iwani's mother and Iwani both stand beside him. He bows, and Tristan beside Iwani, by the way. And they all leave together.
Wait, Wani with...
Yes,
Excuse me?
What?
they all leave together
Where?
with Drassig.
To where? Do we know where they're going?
Yeah, back to Emon.
I like how you say that like, oh, you're so stupid.
Whoa. I wouldn't let Awani just go.
Well,
You didn't do that during your week, did you? No.
I was going to say exactly that. Drassig was flirting with her mother.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay.
I thought, well, I definitely thought he loved her, but no, they can't go to Amon.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to fucking leave.
So what would you like to do?
You're tall, bro. You can forbid it.
Tell them not to leave.
Okay. So you find Drassig right in front of Amunhi as he's doing your goodbyes. You know how Queen Elves would say goodbye.
Mhm.
And he says to the Amunhi, "Thank you. I've never thought that a union between a human and an elf would be so beautiful." As he smiles and says that to Iwani's mother. And Iwani smiles. She's happy too. She looks over at Drassig, really happy that she sees that her mother is extremely happy.
Oh.
And you come in, not knowing that this happened because you've been avoiding Drassig for most of the time.
Uh-huh.
What would you see this happening, and you see her say goodbye to you.
Iwani says goodbye?
Yeah, she says, "Goodbye, Caelynn.
Where are you going?
Mother and I are joining the humans."
What?
Only I can do that.
What do you mean, what?
You're joining the humans?
This is what you want, is it not?
What humans?
Drassig.
Drassig?
Yes. Drassig promised my mother, they call, their marriage a union. It's a word of binding, just like ours.
Your mother is getting married to Drassig?
Yes.
Caelynn's just looking dumbfounded right now. Like, so confused.
She has a type for these bad boys. Just
what? You're leaving?
Yes. I know. I have not finished my evening, Maya. I don't want to leave you. But I don't want to leave my mother alone. I want to be with her.
Oh, Iwani. Caelynn will hug Iwani and start crying. I will miss you.
Don't cry, because if you do, I will not have the strength to leave.
No, you're just the closest thing I've ever had to a sister.
I am. We are sisters.
I know.
So,
But
I will always give you your word.
You are my favorite. Don't tell anyone else.
She smiles. She even looks at Theoden.
we could always go to Emon to see them.
We could?
Of course. I've never seen Drassig so...
Do you look like in love with her whenever I was hanging out?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I've never seen him so happy and in love. Maybe this is the way that we end this war.
Okay. Okay, Mommy. I will miss you.
And she smiles. And then when she leaves, in the corner of your eyes, behind her, you can see Triss' face, the smirk on his face. Smirk of, yeah, I got you now. That little punk.
Little punk.
He even gives Theoden the evil smirk. As he kind of just like wants to rub it in both of you guys' face.
I'll tell Awani in Elvish. I'll be like, don't forget what I told you, Awani. Does she not remember? Do I insight? And she doesn't fucking remember.
She says to you, no, he's kind.
We will see you soon. Give her a smile and a hug.
And when he actually wraps his arms around you, Caelynn, as you watch them all leave, and when he then says to you, you have done well, my daughter. Look, you have combined a union that I never thought would happen, and ended a war that I never thought would happen.
She'll like lean against her dad and like hug him back, and I know, I feel so bad about it.
Why? Be happy for her. Do not leave. Do not let her leave seeing you cry like this.
I can't help it.
Oh. He wraps his arms around you and hugs you. And it's where we're going to end off tonight's session.
No!